Hello and welcome to the Webcast for Monday, April 13th. I'm South Ops meteorologist Jonathan O'Brien. Visible satellite this morning shows we still have a lot of clouds around the region as a slow-moving weather system continues to make its way through. And we have some scattered shower activity out there as well. Nothing too significant, but today is going to be one of those classic unstable atmosphere days with a number of these scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms rotating through, favoring the foothills and mountains. Here's a look at observed rainfall totals from the past several days as of early this morning. And the long and short of it is this has been a pretty big storm by mid-April standards, especially in central California, where most foothill and mountain areas saw anywhere from 1 to 4 inches of rainfall, locally higher. And even in Southern California, most areas have seen wetting rains, though totals have been mostly an inch or less for SoCal, with only some locally higher amounts. But all in all, a very respectable storm for this time of year. Here's a look at the forecast highs for today. It will be a very chilly day with valleys only in the upper 50s to mid-60s. And again, we'll see those hit-or-miss showers and storms likely increasing in coverage this afternoon as instability reaches its peak with daytime heating. Additional rainfall today will be limited, but some localized totals around half an inch are possible in the foothills and mountains under any heavier showers, but most areas a tenth of an inch or less. The snow level will be between 5,000 and 6,000 feet, quite low for mid-April standards. This trough will begin to depart tomorrow when we will generally not have any major weather features through the midweek period as the upper level pattern becomes ill-defined and lacking in any strong troughs or ridges over California, though we will have an inside slider trough pass to our north and east on Thursday into Friday. As this first trough departs, temperatures will warm into midweek as more seasonable conditions return. Here's a look at the forecast highs by Wednesday with the valleys getting back into the 70s, though humidity will still remain elevated due to lingering moisture from the current storm. As that inside slider trough passes to our east and a very weak ridge tries to build in, we'll warm things up a little more to end the week and into the weekend as a light offshore flow pattern establishes. Here's a look at the forecast highs by Saturday with upper 70s and 80s returning to the valleys and deserts. The other big change late this week will be significant drying behind that inside slider. Minimum humidity will drop all the way down into the single digits and teens from Friday into the weekend. However, one thing we're not seeing right now is any transition into a sustained summertime-like pattern. In fact, there are strong indications of an unseasonably deep trough working its way into the West Coast by early next week. That will likely bring significant cooling and potentially another round of widespread wet weather, so that is something we'll be keeping an eye on this week. The current storm system has brought significant and much-needed moistening trends to our dead fuel moistures, which are now trending mostly near or above normal. We will see some drying, especially in the finer fuels late this week and into the weekend, though indications are that any drying trends will likely be short-lived. As a result, significant fire potential will be very low this week, with fire activity pretty much non-existent through the midweek period, then at least a gradual increase in initial attack likely by late in the week as that warmer and drier pattern develops. But it still looks like we're quite a ways off from the onset of true high fire danger conditions, and that's not uncommon over our region as things don't typically ramp up more significantly until later in May and especially June. That's it for today's webcast. Thanks for joining us. The next one will be on Wednesday, April 15th.